parasite thing to me is so interesting because it's like this invisible force in you that, I mean, I don't know what the prevalence of parasites are in people, but, you know, the more I learn about something like, like gut bacteria and candida and things, the more I think like, I would imagine a majority of people are probably dealing with a parasite of some sort. You know, when you look at the amount of sugar people eat in this country, right? You just have to look at the sales of sugar.
Yes.
And so it's like, well, that didn't just miraculously happen. You know, it's like, and so where does that come from? Like because not everybody's traveling.
So there's some really amazing microbiome and population studies, hunter-gatherers, even healthy, you know, disease-free octogenarians, so over 80, you know, over 90, they have parasites. But what they also do you study the blue zones, or did you see Jason Prall's longevity film?
I'm familiar with the blue zones. Yeah.
Yes. Yeah. So, you know, there's lots of microbiome studies on this like particular subset of humans. They have very high longevity. They're disease-free, cancer-free, and they're known as centenarians. They live over 100. And what they have is no health care. So they have very little antibiotics, right, as you can imagine. And they're usually pretty lean, you know, and they have, you know, great community. They're always, you know, hugging and have an extended family near them. They also eat a very, very, very complex 5 carbohydrate diet. And they all are carnivores, like none are vegetarian, you know, generally speaking, like none. But they eat a lot of vegetables, a lot of prebiotics, but they also eat tongue to toe, you know, tongue to tail, hoof to tail. And when they studied microbiome, they have all the complement of really healthy keystone bacteria. They have strains known as Akkermansia. I call them the A, B, C. So A is for Akkermansia. B is for bifidolongum. So longum is for longevity. It was discovered and named in Japan, and they're always found in high amounts, abundant amounts in people who are healthy. They don't have IBS. They don't have cancer, you know, and in centenarians. So we have a probiotic that's has it. It's also shown in human trials and animal trials to be really great. It lowers agitation, anxiety, improves mood, reduces depression, and you know, helps all the pathways, BDNF and serotonin as well too, Bifidobacterium longum. The C is Clostridialis and Christiansonella. They're associated with leanness and reduced diabetes, reduced body fat. They're found in people with high health. So these ABCs are often missing, you know, in this portfolio that's in people's guts. And then they can have more vulnerability to any kind of microbe infestation. So it could be parasite, it could be viral, it could be candida, it could be anything, strep. When we're missing those, you know, these are the really hardcore guardians, you know, then it's like, oh, okay, and then all the gangsters take over. There's always going to be some, you know, it's not a problem. So hunter-gatherers and even, you know, older, healthy elderly still have parasites. Those aren't the problem. It's only if they become in massive quantity. And then we want to help lower the load a bit and bring in, the key is still to have like 80-20, 80% really good stuff. It's how do we get those in there and feed them and sustain them.